It's very common that things don't go to plan, isn't it? And I think my first piece of advice would be take a step back, take a deep breath, look back and consider, well, have we got it right? Do the solutions and the change that we've opted to enact, do they actually address the issues and the problems that we identified? Have we identified the right stakeholders and the right evaluation and monitoring tools to support us with that change? And also consider the speed of the process and the supporting mechanisms that are sitting around that process as well. So are there any elements there that actually need to change in order to improve and take that transformation activity into a successful space? Have we been clear about the impact of not changing? That's really important. So I think if the issue is associated with really struggling to drive the change forwards because it's not been able to be fully embedded, or there's other challenges around the buy-in to the change, then actually have we been really clear on what the no change position is and what will happen if we don't enact that change. And I think that's really important. But then revisiting with stakeholders, including system stakeholders, but also service users and other partners, to really get that feedback on the change that you've been trying to enact, and their views on whether there are things that we should be doing differently, or actually whether that remains the change that needs to take place and it just needs a slightly different approach or more support behind it, or even just more time in order to be able to enact that change. A lot of transformation activity requires a culture shift, and that takes time and significant amounts of effort and change management across a system. Requires some patience, but also potentially a slightly different approach. And those are things just to consider when you get that feedback. Really important to learn from other areas. So throughout the process, actually be taking learning from areas that managed to enact similar changes successfully, or potentially from those that may have struggled to have enact those changes, and learning and understanding why that may have been, so that you can avoid similar pitfalls or build on their learning, and give yourself the best chance of success. And then finally, I would say that if all of that information leads you to the conclusion that it is the right change, and it is the thing that's going to address the issue and the problem that you've identified, then perseverance and persistence. So change of this type and transformation is not easy. It takes considerable amounts of effort, considerable amounts of stakeholder engagement and support, and actually if we want to make significant changes in transformation of our services for the future of that's sustainable and high quality delivery, which will allow us to make best use of our resource for the future and deliver the outcomes and experience for our patients and service users that we want to be able to deliver, then that needs a significant amount of persistence and time. So I think that's just really important to recognise. So my final advice would be that if it's the right change, then persevere. Maintain your passion for that delivery of high quality patient and service user care, focusing on improvement of outcomes and experience, and that will take you through your transformation journey.